Hello class 11. Here I am going to take the next part of chapter 4, Albert Einstein at School by Patrick Pringle. This chapter is from your supplementary reader snapshot book. Let's start the chapter. Children, as you have come to know from the previous part of the chapter is about the school days of the great scientist and mathematician Albert Einstein. His nature in his diploma school at Munich was a sort of a rebel. He didn't believe in the prevailing rote learning system of the education. He thought that ideas are more important than learning dates and facts. That's why he had the argument with his history teacher. That's why he was always punished in his history class. He thought his life to be very miserable in this diploma school. Let's see what Einstein would plan to get away from this diploma school. Let's continue chapter 4, Albert Einstein at school. So here in this part there is entry of one more character, Elsa. She is Albert Einstein's cousin. She has come to Munich to meet this cousin Albert Einstein. She basically belonged to Berlin, that is in Germany. Let's see the paragraph. I doubt it, said Albert glumly. I don't think I will ever pass the exams for the school diploma. He told his cousin Elsa the same next time she came to Munich. Normally, she lived in Berlin, where her father had a business. Glumly means sadly. Here it is explained when Elsa, Einstein's cousin, came to meet the boy in the Munich city. He shared his feelings with the girl, and also he said regretfully that he felt that he could never pass this diploma course ever in his life. Otherwise, it is informed Elsa, she basically belonged to the Berlin, that is in the Germany, as her father had a family business there. I'm sure you could learn enough to pass the exams, Albert, if you tried, she said. I know lots of boys who are much more stupid than you are who get through. They say you don't have to know anything, you don't have to understand what you are taught. Just be able to repeat it in the exams. Get through, that means to pass. Elsa tried to motivate Einstein by saying that he didn't have to do the much studies about this diploma course, but he had to read only that much that he could clearly pass the exams. So just he had to learn and repeat the facts in the exams. She also informed that she knew many boys who are so dull than Albert, but they are easily passing in the exam. She further advised that there was no need to understand the concept. Only the need for him is to cram and jot down the things in the class and have to repeat the same in the exam. So he should easily get through the exams. That's the whole trouble, said Albert. I'm no good at learning things by heart. Here Albert showed his helplessness. He said this was the problem with him, that he could not learn without understanding them. You don't need to be good at it. Anyone can learn like a parrot. You just don't try. And yet I always see you with a book under your arm, added Elsa. What is the one you are reading? Book on geology. Elsa presented her own counterpoint. She says, for learning the things, there is no need of any practice or training. Anyone can do and learn like a parrot. For this, we don't have to make any effort. Next, Elsa points out towards a book which Einstein used to put under his arm. She ironically asked him what was the book which he was all the time reading. Geology is the subject of science that is related to the study of the earth. On being asked by Elsa about the book, the boy replied that this is a book on geology. Geology? Rocks and things. Do you learn that? No, we've hardly any science at school. Then why you are studying it? Because I like it. Isn't that a good enough reason? Elsa sighed. Sighed means to take a long breath. That means to relieve. However, Elsa was surprised to see that the boy was studying the book on geology. She asked, so this is the subject about rock and the things? Did you learn this subject in the school? She inquired from Einstein. He replied that this is not the part of the curriculum of his diploma school. Then she inquired why he was wasting the time on the subject. The boy replied, because he liked personally the subject. Isn't that was not a good enough reason for studying? As Einstein had liking for such subjects, so that's why he used to utilize his time for studying about the geology science. Elsa took a long breath. She understood it was the waste of time to counsel this boy to study sincerely about this diploma school. You are right, of course, Albert, she said, but it won't help with your diploma. However, Elsa, she approved he could study the subject which he liked. But she again counseled the boy by saying that it was not going to help him in passing this diploma course. Apart from books on science, his only comfort was music, and he played his violin regularly until his landlady asked him to stop. That wailing gets on my nerves, she said. There is enough noise in this house with all the kids howling. Wailing means to cry with pain. Howling, that means make a howling sound like the animal. Apart from books on science, his only comfort was music, and he played his violin regularly until his landlady asked him to stop. That wailing gets on my nerves, she said. There is enough noise in this house with all the kids howling. Wailing means to cry with pain. Howling, that means make a howling sound like the animal. Here it is informed about the hobbies and likings of Albert Einstein. Apart from studying the books on science, he was also fond of playing music. He used to play violin regularly until the owner of his house used to stop him by saying that it is really a irritating sound. She also justified her point by saying that her kids already create a lot of disturbance in the house. That was enough for her, and she wants the peace of mind. So she doesn't want the disturbance by listening his violent sound. Albert was tempted to point out that most of the time it was she who made them howl, but he decided it was better to say nothing. However, he wanted to inform the lady it was she who made her children cry all the time, but something resisted the boy to say so. Probably he was a really well mannered child, though he was poor. That's why he controlled himself and did not say any bad thing to the lady for stopping playing his music. I must get away from here, he told Yuri after 6 months alone in Munich. It is absurd that I should go on like this. In the end, it will turn out I have been wasting my father's money and everyone's time. It will be better for all if I stop now. Milan, that is a city in North Italy. It is actually the native place of Albert Einstein. Absurd, that means silly or foolish. However, the story proceeded forward and it is informed that Albert had spent duration of 6 months in this diploma school of the Munich city. And once again he had the meeting with his friend Yuri. He informed him that it is the high time that he should move away from the city and this diploma school, as he found there is no point and it is foolishness to carry on like this, because if he does so, it was going to result in the wastage of his father's money and even the time of everyone and the efforts of all. So it is better that he should move on and stop this all foolishness. And then what will you do? Yuri asked. I don't know. If I go to Milan, I'm afraid my father will send me back. Unless his eyes gleamed with a sudden idea. Yuri, do you know any friendly doctors? Gleam means to shine brightly. As we know, Yuri was very understanding and concerned friend of Albert Einstein. He inquired what was the boy's planning if he would leave the school. To this he replied he did not know exactly what he would do if he would go back to his home, to his own country, Milan. His father would surely send him back unless he would complete he had to stay in this diploma school. But suddenly, while discussing his problems with Yuri, an idea struck to his mind. He asked Yuri if he knew any doctor in his friend circle. I know a lot of medical students and some of them are friendly, said Yuri. Doctor, no, I have never had enough money to go to one. Why? Suppose, said Albert, that I had a nervous breakdown. Suppose a doctor would say, it's bad for me to go to school and I need to get right away from it. Nervous breakdown, that means mental illness. However, Yuri replied that he knew a lot of medical students and some are his good friends. But he said, unfortunately, he could never afford to visit any doctor. But he asked a reason why he was inquiring about his friendly doctors. To this, Albert explained him about his planning. He said that if any doctor could write for him that the boy had a nervous breakdown and it was bad for him to visit the school and he needs to take the complete rest as far as he could do. This way, this medical certificate will help the boy to stop going to the school, and this work only a friendly doctor could do for him. So he wanted the favor of Yuri to search for such doctor. I can't imagine a doctor saying that, said Yuri. I must try, said Albert, to find a doctor who specializes in nerves. Specializes, that means expertise. On hearing the plan of the boy, Yuri raised objection. He doubted that any doctor could certify and write this way in favor of some boy. But again, Albert pleaded and requested the boy to make the try for this and find some doctor who is expert in the nerves. There are plenty of them, Yuri told him. He hesitated for a moment and then added, rather reluctantly, I will ask some of the students if they know one, if you like. Reluctant, that means unwillingly. Now, on the insistence of his friend, finally Yuri agreed. He said, as he had many friends who were doctors, and then, feeling hesitant, he finally assured that he would ask some of them and would suggest the doctor which Einstein required. Will you? Oh, thank you. Yuri, Albert's eyes were shining. Wait a moment. I've not found one yet. Now get this word of the assurance from his friend. Albert became very excited. He started not thanking his friend. See his overexcitement. He advised not to keep such high hopes as he had not got such doctor, which Albert required. Oh, but you will. And if I do, I don't know if he will be willing to help you. He will, declared Albert. I'm going to have a real nervous breakdown to make it easier for him. He laughed merrily. But Albert was all hopeful and positive that his friend was surely going to find the suitable doctor for his help, as he had given the word for finding such doctor. Thus, Yuri tried to make the boy understand that if he would find such doctor, it was not sure that he was going to write and certify what Albert wanted. To this, Albert replied he had to write, as he was going to make show off the real nervous breakdown before the doctor. So definitely he would write in favor of him. And then, thinking of this, Albert became very happy. I've never seen you looking less nervous, remarked Yuri. A day or two at school will soon put it right, Albert assured him, as Yuri had observed for the first time. The boy was looking so much relaxed. He remarked that it was for the first time he was looking less nervous. At this, Albert assured him not to worry, because within a day or two at the school would restore him back to his troubled state. That means he was going to be tension free if he would get the doctor or certifying him the medical leave. Certainly he had lost his high spirits when Yuri saw him next. I can't stand it any longer, he said. I really shall have a nervous breakdown that will satisfy any doctor. Keep it up, then, said Yuri. I found a doctor for you. High spirits, that means enthusiasm or excitement. Cannot stand, that means cannot bear. Here it is told in the next meeting with his friend, Yuri found that Albert was looking very disturbed and losing his all spirits. He insisted Yuri to suggest some doctor, otherwise he was going to have the real nervous breakdown that would make any doctor to certify for his mental illness. At this, Yuri, that would make the doctor's job to be more easier. He thought it would become quite easier for the doctor to certify for his illness. Keep it up then, said Yuri. I found a doctor for you. You have? Albert's face lit up. Oh, good. When can I see him? I have an appointment for you for tomorrow evening. Yuri said, here is the address. Here it is told in the next meeting with his friend, Yuri found that Albert was looking very disturbed and losing his all spirits. He insisted Yuri to suggest some doctor, otherwise he was going to have the real nervous breakdown that would make any doctor to certify for his mental illness. At this, Yuri, that would make the doctor's job to be more easier. At this, Yuri conveyed him the good news he had found just the doctor, which Albert required. You have? Albert's face lit up. Oh, good. When can I see him? Lit up, that means brightened. However, on getting this good news of finding the doctor, Albert's face brightened up. He inquired when he was going to meet with the doctor. I have an appointment for you tomorrow evening, Yuri said. Here is the address. Then Yuri provided him the address and the appointment time for the doctor. It was the next day evening. He handed Albert a piece of paper. Dr. Ernest Vale, is he a specialist in nervous troubles? Asked Albert. Not exactly. Yuri admitted. As a matter of fact, he only qualified as a doctor last week. You may even be his first patient. Handed means passed. Specialist means expert. Qualified as doctor, that means certified or completed his medical studies. Thus, Yuri passed the piece of paper on which the name and address of the doctor was written. Albert read it on. There was given name Dr. Ernest Vale. Then Albert inquired if this doctor was expert in the mental illness. Yuri explained that he was, but he explained that he was not exactly a neuro specialist, but he was qualified simply a doctor only last week. And that Albert could even be his first patient. You knew him as a student then. I've known Ernest for years. Yuri hesitated for a few moments. He's not a fool. He wants Albert. To this, Albert inquired if he knew Dr. Ernest from his school time. To this, Yuri stopped and after thinking replied that he knew the doctor for many years, but he gave the warning to Albert that the doctor was not a foolish, so he should not lie before Dr. Ernest Vale. What do you mean? Don't try to pull the wool over his eyes, that's all. Be frank with him, but don't pretend what you've got, what you have not. Not that you would deceive anyone. Yuri added, you are the world's worst liar. Pull the wool, that means cheat or deceive someone. At this, Albert inquired what he meant. To this, however, Yuri replied that he could not cheat the doctor. He further said that Albert had to be very honest and clear before the doctor, and he did not have to make show of the illness what he was not suffering with. So he has to be very true in his dealings with the doctor. And further, Yuri advised one thing more to Albert. Along with Yuri warned him for one thing more. He said Albert was not a good actor, so he would be easily caught red-handed if he would ever try to tell a lie before the doctor. That's why he said him to be very honest and sincere before the doctor. Albert spent the next day wondering what to tell the doctor. When the time arrived for his appointment, he had worried over it so much that he really was quite nervous. Hence, after getting the appointment time of the doctor, Albert became so much excited that he spent the next day whole thinking about what he was going to say to the doctor. Since it is mentioned when the actual time of meeting with the doctor came, due to the overthinking, Albert was so much upset and disturbed that it seemed that he was going to have the real nervous breakdown. I hope you well understood up to this part. Must watch the next part in the coming video. Thank you for watching the video. For all your doubts and the queries, you can make call or text me.